got a little tidbit of news. This is news. And this is exclusive for me.
Mhm.
Okay. So at the NFL annual league meeting, West Palm Beach, Florida, the Breakers Resort. All the owners are there, coaches, GMs. And you see Jed a lot. And Jed is the owner of the 49ers in name. And he's the front man. He's the lead singer. He's talking.
Yeah.
And he's meeting with people and shaking hands and working really hard. And you think that there he is, man. There's the owner of the 49ers. And then yesterday morning, I'm just chilling it in the lobby. Who do I see walking through the lobby pretty slow? Jed's dad, John York. You remember, like, oh yeah, he owns the team along with his wife, and they gave it to their son because they're older and they don't want to do the press conferences and the handshaking, but he was there. I mean, he doesn't live there. He got off his, chair and got in a plane and was walking around, clearly doing business in the background. Something to keep in mind. I mean, Jed York can smile and sound as positive as he wants. But when the dad shows up, I often wonder why. Because he's not doing any talking.
It's like when Mike Shanahan comes through, and it's like, he's not a coach. Why is his opinion even, And actually, so here's something.
He's the boss's boss.
Here's some tinfoil hat theory. Do you think Harbaugh's resurgence put a bigger fire under Jed for this season? Like seeing what Harbaugh was given with the Chargers and then how well they did, and that was the coach that Jed let go pretty much. That regime is what he let go for.
Possible. Let me just tell you where I'm going with this. To me, like Jed came out and was like, I loved, John and Kyle are the best general manager, head coach combination in football. Like, he can say whatever he wants. But when John York is there and he's like left his home, it seems like everyone's on notice, even Jed.
Yeah.
Because he's too old for this. He doesn't want to have to do this. He wants this to be Jed's project and everything to be good. But he was there. So I don't know. I would feel very uncomfortable if I were John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, Jed York. Like, I just don't know what John York is thinking. Is he displeased? Is he in his own world?
I mean, you gotta be.
Is he looking at me like, I want to see for myself?
It's a great rebuttal to that too, of Jed saying like, "Oh, Kyle and John are the best general manager." Okay, so then you're the problem. Because if they're the best coach and general manager duo, and our roster has everything going for it, and we still ain't won anything, there's only one person left at that point to blame, brother.
All I know is that when the Niners are in that position where they're like 3-4, 3-5, halfway through the season, and the season hasn't gotten away from them yet, but it's teetering. Often John York just happens to be at practice. And it's a coincidence, man. He just happened to be in town, even though he lives in the Midwest. It's happened before many seasons. And again, maybe it was maybe he's there every year. I noticed it and I wanted to pass that along. I'm not drawing any conclusions, but I'm sharing my thought processes and my questions.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be able to blame him. I think it's just.
And that's why, like, I still wonder if Kyle and John are like on notice. I'm not going to use the hot seat word because it doesn't mean anything. And everyone wants to talk about, well, what's the temperature and how warm? It just feels like when that guy's there, people are on notice. People on their best behavior.
Yeah, I mean, people are delusional if they think Kyle and John's seats aren't at least warming up. Like, there's no way you go 6-11 after the amount of money was spent, after the amount of promises we've heard. There's just like, there's no way. And if you're a fan and you are defending, like, no, they shouldn't be, then you're a problem too. Like, you want your organization to be fine with this then? Like,
also, last thing, I think if and when Kyle and John ever get fired, or the Niners decide they want to go in a different direction, however, that's going to be John and Denise's decision. I mean, Jed might be involved in the decision. He might agree with them, but I think ultimately it's their call. And if and when these two get replaced, the replacements will be picked by Denise and John. That's my read on it. So again, Jed does a great job representing the 49ers, but
I think that's also why Jed's defending them so hard, is because I think he knows, like, bro, you fired Harbaugh because you guys didn't get along, and then Kyle was your second coming, And if this doesn't work out, dude, like you just can't find it. Like you just don't have the eye for it. You just don't. And you just don't know how, like, you know how to find it, but you don't know how to work with it. It's like Kyle with quarterbacks. You can find it. You just can't, you don't know what to do with it when it's in your hands. And because, if Kyle left and John left and they went and were successful elsewhere, it's like, okay, Jed's the issue. Just like Harbaugh. Like, okay. But everyone knew with the Harbaugh thing, like that, everyone knew that was a Jed in him.
Let's talk about Harbaugh for a second. I was there. I saw him at the owners' meetings, listened to him talk. And I actually, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he's not quite the coach, I think how do you say this in a nice way? I mean, he has heart issues.
Yeah.
He has heart issues. I mean, Urban Meyer had heart issues. He feels like when he was the coach of the Niners, he was a very intense, high energy person. And he seems older than his older brother now.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like almost like an old guy, which is okay. But like Pete Carroll seems super young, even though he's the oldest coach in the league. Harbaugh's starting to seem like, didn't he have to leave a game mid-game this year?
Yeah, he left one because of he went to the tent, I think.
Yeah.
But
that's concerning. That's concerning to me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a high-stress job.
I mean, dude, give Kyle one more Super Bowl loss, he's going to join him in the tent. He's literally going to be like, I don't know what to do here.
Prize Picks is the best way to win cash while watching sports. Baseball season just started. Basketball season is ramping up. The Warriors and the Lakers are in the playoff hunt, and you want some of that action, baby. Best part about the Prize Picks app, it's easy to use. All you got to do to set up a lineup is click more or less on a few players' stats. Plus, Prize Picks is available in over 40 states, including California and Texas. And if for new users, if you use promo code Cohn, put down a $5 lineup, you will win $50 no matter what. Prize Picks is giving away $50 to new users who put down their first $5 lineup, win or lose. So go to Prize Picks, download the app, use promo code COHN.